Why do I have to park to wait for my order at fast food restaurants? Quote, they're frequently understaffed. They are being tracked for their times of completion. They need you to move so they can serve the next person. If their times get bad, they get in trouble. Right now it's a lot worse than ever before because places are trying to get away with as little staff as possible. Some will try to cheat the system by making you wait a good while even before taking your order. Food workers are evaluated based on numbers of orders completed and the time per order. If you've placed an order that takes extra time to fill, they need to get you out of line so they can rush through the other orders. It's a great example of letting a formula make management decisions that would be better made by a human. When I worked fast food, we typically pulled someone if we were waiting on something like fries or nuggets. Because this has been engraved into my brain, McDonald's fries take about 2.5 minutes. Nugget and chicken sandwich meat are about 3 or so. The tenders, if still done, were like 9 minutes. The grilled chicken was like 7 minutes. And the larger fried chicken patty was around 7 minutes. The most common thing we pulled for were the fries. The store I worked at was poorly situated and well situated at the same time. We got pulses of people or massive waves. To reduce food waste, we did not always have fries cooking since they were only meant to stay in the heater for about 10 minutes. A lot of the other food products can stay in their warmers much longer due to the enclosure. Thus, it was a bit of a perfect storm. A mass influx of people. And you can only fry so many things at a time or they won't cook right, timely. Personally, I don't mind being pulled cause that usually means I am waiting on something fresh. Most of the chains in the past pre-made their foodstuffs and kept them under heat lamps. Think the rows of burgers back in the 80s. Then people complained about getting old food, so they shifted to hot holding bins for the components. Same issue. Now most stuff is prepped as it is ordered, especially things like the filet-o-fish or the chicken sandwiches. These have a roughly 47-minute cook time, depending on which chain you're at, and up to a full minute prep time. Same thing with fries. During the lunch and dinner rushes. 112:58. Things will get cooked ahead because they will go out quickly enough to still be fresh. Outside of those blocks, minimal or sometimes no product at all is kept ready in order to reduce food waste. This creates higher drive-through times, which are caped, which is stupid, but I digress. And management gets bonuses for low drive times. People also tend to hit drive-throughs in clusters. It could be dead for half an hour. Then one person pulls in. Then 6 more pull in behind. And there isn't enough product to serve everyone. Source: literal decades working all 3 big burger chains. Multiple locations each. Multiple states. A lot of chains have moved toward making food fresh rather than warmers. There are sensors at the drive-thru. They have average time they have to keep to with drive-thru customers. By moving you to a second pickup area, their numbers look better. Back then your food was already made and under a heat lamp waiting for you to order it. In a lot of places the kitchen staff are now working double time as well, due to apps that allow people to order remotely. I've been in line at Starbucks and had to wait 10 minutes to even order before the staff got a break from making drinks ordered on the app. So it looked empty. But really they were making drinks for a bunch of people. Because your order wasn't ready. I think it's a combination of understaffing and the amount of online orders nowadays. I've waited a stupidly long time for an incredibly simple order because there was a bajillion people in the drive-thru and another sextillion getting their food delivered. I always order inside because I hate drive-thrus. Personal preference. Everyone eventually ends up getting shorted somewhere down the road. TBH. Priority seems to be delivery orders, drive-through walk-ins. Sometimes the food isn't ready. Then you have to wait for it. That's always been the case. Source. Worked at McDonald's drive-through in 1993. It came out fast. It was not fresh. Surely you remember standing in McDonald's seeing lines of burgers stacked on heat tables in styrofoam boxes? And ordering your fries with no salt, so they had to fry you a fresh batch rather than one of the cartons that had been under the heat lamp for 15 minutes? If this ain't a frickin' first world problem, I don't know what is. Twice. They had me go and park. Then forgot to fill my order. I no longer go to McDonald's. I can deal with slow service. But forgetting to fill my order is ridiculous. People want it freshly cooked, and with special instructions. In addition to the fast food order times, online ordering has increased the workload of employees by quite a bit without adding more staff or allowing more time for orders. Management has expected the same 5 people to manage the 15 people in the drive-thru, 15 online orders, and 5 in the lobby in the same amount of time as they used to handle 10 in the drive-thru and 15 in the lobby. But people don't leave their houses as much as they used to, so DoorDash and Uber Eats make bank, while McDonald's employees drown. Special orders. Ordering breakfast in the afternoon, like a psychopath. I think part of it is that fast food menus are more complicated than they used to be. And the higher-ups are still acting like making 35 menu items is as simple as making 15 menu items. There are also times where something unsafe happens to your food and they redid the order. It also happens more frequently, at least for me, with chicken products, which makes sense.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.